Hello friends, this is Mr. Vipul Sonsare. Once again welcome you in our new video lecture. Today we are going to see a new topic related to the physical pharmaceutics, that is introductory part of adsorption phenomenon. So we will see the what is meant by adsorption and what is the basic difference between the adsorption and absorption. Then some thermodynamic considerations behind this adsorption process and the factors affecting on the adsorption. So this is all about the introductory part of adsorption process. So here two different words, that is adsorption and absorption. They look like similar, right? Only the one letter, that is single letter, is different in both words. So in adsorption, the letter D I highlighted here with red color, and in absorption the letter B. This letter is only different, rest all other letters are same. So pronunciation is also somewhat similar, that is adsorption and absorption. But these two are totally different processes, these two are totally different phenomena. So we will see first what is the difference between the adsorption and absorption, because the student must not confuse in these two different terminologies. So adsorption is basically a process and it is a phenomenon is applied when the atoms, ions or molecules of one compound is act on the surface of other substances. So here the attachment of atoms, ions or molecules takes place on the surface of other substance. So this is totally surface phenomenon. The adsorption is totally a surface phenomenon, whereas the absorption is a process where the atoms, ions or molecules of one compound enters in a body of others, right? So these two are totally different, right? You can see here the adsorption, that is adsorption of oxygen on the silver, adsorption of oxygen on the gold. See, these are the examples of adsorption, whereas absorption, the very well known example, that is absorption of a drug. After oral administration of a drug enters in a gastrointestinal tract, and from gastrointestinal tract drug enters in a systemic circulation by absorption across the gastrointestinal wall, that is GI epithelium. The drug enters in a systemic circulation. So this is your absorption process, that is movement of drug between the compartment, whereas adsorption is totally a surface phenomenon where the molecules, ions or atoms act on the surface of other substance. So this is the basic difference between the adsorption and absorption. So here you can see the adsorption process. Now the adsorption of a gas onto the solid and adsorption of liquid onto the solid. These two adsorption processes are very common and these are important in the pharmacy. So here you can see these blue color spherical gas molecules and black color spherical solid particles. Here you can see these are the charcoal particles, you can call it as a charcoal particles, that is black color particles, and these blue colors are the gas molecules. So this is your unadsorbed state where in this system contain both types of phases, the solid powder or solid particles of a charcoal and gas molecules, that you can say like a oxygen, right? Now when the adsorption takes place, when your oxygen molecules act on the surface of charcoal powder. Here you can see in second diagram, here some oxygen molecules are attached on the surface of charcoal powder. So this is your adsorbed state where the molecules, ions or atoms of one compound act or attach to the surface of other substance, that is your adsorption process, right. Now, this for this adsorption, here you must understand that when the particular molecule or atom attach or act on the surface of other, there must be some bonding interaction, there must be some attractive forces between them. So, then only the particular gas or liquid molecules attach to the surface of solid. So, these are also important, the interaction or bonding between these two different phases, these are also important in order to study the specific type of adsorption process. So, here the adsorption, as I told earlier, the adsorption of gas or liquid onto the solid is important in the pharmacy. Next, as we discussed earlier, in this adsorption, here the atoms, ions or molecules of one compound is adsorbed on the surface or act on the surface of others. So, here two different phases are there, that is two different materials, right. So, these two different materials have different terminologies. So, here the material is used to adsorb the gas or liquid, right, that is your adsorbent. Means adsorbent is a material on which the gas or liquid molecules are adsorbed, right. So, it is a base material which provides the surface for the adsorption of a gas or liquid. So, this is known as adsorbent, the well known example, that is your charcoal powder. Second material which adsorb or which attach to the surface of adsorbent is known as a adsorbate. So, adsorbate is a material which attach or adsorb on the surface of adsorbent. So, these are the two different materials, that is adsorbent and adsorbate. So, you must thoroughly understand the difference between these two materials, that is adsorbent and adsorbate. So, here example of adsorbent, that is charcoal powder, that is your gold, silver, and example of adsorbate, that is gases like oxygen, right. So, this is the basic difference between the adsorbent and adsorbate. Now, as we discussed earlier, the adsorption can occur at the solid gas interface, at the solid liquid interface, and at the gas liquid interface. So, if the adsorption occur between this liquid solid interface, then solid acts as a adsorbent and liquid acts as a adsorbate. If adsorption occur at the gas solid interface, then solid acts as a adsorbent and gas acts as a adsorbate. In case of gas liquid interface, the liquid acts as a adsorbent and gas acts as a adsorbate. So, this is the difference, right. But in generally, the gas solid adsorption is very common and easily occur as compared to the liquid solid adsorption. The gas molecule can easily adsorb on the surface of solid as compared to that of liquid. Why? The basic thing, the gas molecule have more kinetic energy, they are mobile because of negligible intermolecular force of attraction in the gas molecules as compared to that of liquid. So, this is the difference. The gas molecule, due to their more mobility, they can easily adsorb on the surface of solid as compared to that of liquid. Now, just see the classification. So, here the adsorption process is classified into two different types. So, first is physisorption, is also known as physical adsorption, and second is the chemisorption, which is also known as chemical adsorption. So, just see the difference between the physical adsorption and chemical adsorption. So, physical adsorption is also known as physisorption and chemical adsorption is also known as chemisorption. So, these two are different processes, right. So, physical adsorption, that is your physisorption, is a reversible process. Reversible means what? The gas molecule, after adsorption onto the solid particles, they may detach from the surface of solid particles. That is, they may, after adsorption, they may desorb or detach from the surface of solid particles. That is your reversible process, right? But chemical adsorption, this is your irreversible process, means after adsorption of a gas on the surface of adsorbent, they will not detach from the surface of adsorbent. This is your irreversible process. That is complete binding of adsorbate on the surface of adsorbent. That is irreversible binding, right? The most important thing, why this physical adsorption is reversible process? Because the weak van der Waals forces are involved in the adsorbent and adsorbate. The weak van der Waals interactions between the adsorbent and adsorbate, and due to this weak van der Waals interaction, this is your reversible process. That is, the interaction between the adsorbent and adsorbate is weak, means due to this weak interaction, the adsorbate may detach or desorb from the surface of adsorbent. But totally opposite in case of chemical adsorption, that is chemisorption, the strong chemical bondings are involved between the adsorbent and adsorbate, and due to the strong bonding between these two, adsorbent and adsorbate, the strong bonding is responsible for the irreversible adsorption process. And due to the strong bonding, once the adsorbate adsorb or attached to the surface of adsorbent, they will not easily detach from its surface due to the strong interaction. Third difference, that is hydrogen bonding and weak electronic bondings between the adsorbent and adsorbate. Both are weak. Hydrogen bonding is also weak, and electronic bonding, that is weak electronic bonding. So due to this weak interaction between this adsorbent and adsorbate, the physical adsorption is a reversible process. But in case of chemical adsorption, the strong covalent bonding is there. Covalent bond is strong bond as compared to the electronic and hydrogen bonding. So due to the strong covalent bonding between the adsorbent and adsorbate, it is irreversible process. The adsorbate is not easily detached from the surface of adsorbent after the adsorption. Next, the physical adsorption is a non-specific process, whereas a chemical adsorption is a more specific, like a drug receptor interaction, the more specificity between the adsorbent and adsorbate. The specific adsorbent is adsorb the specific adsorbate. Physical adsorption is basically takes place at a low temperature or occur at a low temperature, whereas chemical adsorption is occurs at high temperature. So this is again difference. Next, let us see the example. The adsorption of a gas on the surface of charcoal powder is your physical adsorption or physisorption, whereas adsorption of oxygen, that is gas, on the silver or gold is chemisorption, that is irreversible adsorption, that is chemical adsorption. So these are the difference between the physisorption and chemisorption. We have discussed the types or classification of adsorption, but it is very difficult to identify specific type of adsorption in a single system. Generally, it is a combination of both, that is physical as well as chemical adsorption is observed in a single system, and in such a situation, in such a condition, it is known as a sorption, simply a sorption, where the combination of physical as well as chemical adsorption is observed. And the phenomenon that is opposite to the adsorption is desorption. Opposite to adsorption is desorption, means here in adsorption the adsorbate molecules are attached or adsorb on the surface of adsorbent, that is your adsorption. And desorption is a process where the adsorbate molecules or atoms are detached from the surface of adsorbent. So it is totally opposite. Adsorption and desorption, these two are opposite process. Just see the thermodynamic consideration also. We have discussed there is a bonding between the adsorbate and adsorbate and adsorbent responsible for the adsorption, but other important reason, that is thermodynamic reason. So we will see the thermodynamic consideration also, how the thermodynamic consideration is again contributes in adsorption process. So as we discussed earlier, this adsorption is totally a surface phenomenon. So as it is surface phenomenon, the greater the surface area of adsorbent, better will be the adsorption. Means if we increase the surface area of adsorbent, the more and more molecules of adsorbate can adsorb on the surface, right? And how we will increase the surface area of adsorbent? By reducing the particle size. So if you subdivide the solid adsorbent into the finely ground state, of course the particle size will reduce, and as particle size reduce, the surface area increases. And this increase in surface area, again most important thing, due to increase in surface area, the surface free energy also increase according to the Gibbs equation. Here you can see the delta G, that is change in the surface free energy, is equal to the surface tension and change in the surface area. Now here as we subdivide, as we finally ground the particles, as we reduce the particle size of adsorbent, of course the surface area increases, and due to the increase in surface area, the surface free energy also increase. And this increase in surface free energy makes the adsorbent powder thermodynamically unstable. Of course, as the surface free energy increases, the powder become thermodynamically unstable, and that powder try to attain or try to regain the stability. And how this powder will regain the stability? By reducing the surface free energy. And how this surface energy reduces? Either by reducing the surface tension or by reducing the surface area. The reduction in surface area is not possible. So only one option, that is reduction in surface tension. So the reduction in the surface free energy is only possible by reduction in the surface tension. And how this surface tension is reduced? If the surface tension reduce, the surface free energy can reduce, and this reduction in the surface free energy makes the powder stable. So how the surface tension reduce? The surface tension reduction takes place by the movement of ions, atoms or molecules from the surrounding to the surface of particle. So this movement of atoms and ions or molecules from the surrounding to the surface of particles is responsible for the adsorption. This movement results in a adsorption of adsorbate on the surface of adsorbent. So this reduction in a free energy, that is surface energy, is accounts for the adsorption phenomenon. And by reduction in the surface tension, powder, that is adsorbent powder, can assume the thermodynamic stability. So this is the thermodynamic consideration behind the adsorption process. Just see the factors affecting on the adsorption process. The first is, of course, the surface area of adsorbent. So the surface area of adsorbent is directly proportional to the number of molecules of adsorbate adsorb. So it is surface phenomenon. So if you increase the surface area, of course, more and more molecules adsorb on the surface of adsorbent. Next, second is the nature of adsorbent. So nature of adsorbent, whether it is solid or liquid, that also affects the adsorption. Generally, gas molecules can easily adsorb on the liquid adsorbent as compared to that of solid. Why? Because the liquid adsorbent, the liquid molecules are more mobile as compared to solid. Again, the intermolecular force of attraction is a basic concept here. The intermolecular force of attraction in the solid molecule is strong. That is why the solid has specific geometry and shape, and the intermolecular force of attraction in the liquid molecules is weak as compared to that of solid. So liquid molecules are more mobile as compared to solid. So the gas molecule can easily adsorb on the surface of liquid as compared to that of solid. Next, the nature of adsorbate also, as we discussed earlier, the gas molecule can easily adsorb on the solid as compared to that of liquid, because the gas molecules are again more mobile as compared to liquid. So this gas molecule can easily adsorb on the surface of solid as compared to liquid molecules. Next, the temperature of a system. Of course, we have studied the physical adsorption occurs at a low temperature, and chemical adsorption occur at the high temperature. So again, temperature of system also affects the adsorption process. And last is the pressure, that is partial pressure. So this pressure also have effect on the adsorption process. So the weight of gas adsorbed on the adsorbent is increase with increase in pressure. So if the pressure increases, that is pressure increases, increase the weight of gas adsorbed per unit weight of adsorbent. So here again directly proportional relationship, right? The pressure is directly proportional to the weight of gas adsorbed. So these all are the factors which affect the adsorption process. So this is up to the introductory part of adsorption. Thank you.